So remember I warned you guys last video to sit down and make sure you have a snack because I have quite a few things to talk about for this month. I've been trying out a bunch of new products. So I will get right into it, and I will start off with what I spoke about in my last video, and this is the Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Collection Face Palette. The reason why I chose this was this. It's not rose spritz, it's rosé spritz, but what the hell do I know? I don't drink. So I don't know why I was saying rose spritz, but anyway, it's this shade right here that I spoke about, and then the Champagne Pop, of course, and I like the Amaretto. I think it's a really pretty shade, but I did a full-on review about this and all of the other items in the collection, but I have been using Champagne Pop for the, like, I put it on top of everything. I just want to bathe my face in it. Sticking with, I'll stick to highlights because I have another one here. I used, for a good part of the beginning of the month, I should say, was the M.A.C Luminizer. Love this. It is so pretty. It's like this nice golden highlight, but it's not like way too gold. I don't know, it's kind of champagne-y in a way too, but I'm obsessed with it, and it coincides with this brush. This is the Wayne Goss No. 2 brush. I've mentioned this before. I think I've mentioned it in a favorites, but it is such a good brush to just dip in, and it almost like it helps melt the, I don't know what it does. This brush is magical. It's nice and soft. I've been using it for blush as of late too. It's a really good one for blush. And then I bought this one maybe a few days ago. I won't say that it's my absolute favorite because I've only been trying it for a couple of days. But you know how when you try something and you know immediately that it's going to work? It is the Betty Luminizer. So it's the sister to this. I picked this up because of Tenny here on YouTube. She uses this and her face just looks so, like, I have it on today mixed with Champagne Pop, and I feel like it just gives me this bronzy glow that I don't have, but I still want anyway. But it is such a pretty highlight. So the two of them, fuck it, I'm just gonna put it in. They're both my favorites. Who gives a shit? I like them both. I can't decide between the two. I mean, you can mix the two of them up. I've done that as well. But they're so worth it. Okay, next favorite is the Lorac Buildable Blush in the color Cinematic. I think that's the color, yeah. And it is a matte blush. They do a couple different formulas. I think there's like a shimmer or something like that. I think I'm gonna go back and pick up a couple of other shades, but this is probably the closest thing I can get to the Tarte Amazonian Clay Exposed. I use that thing every single day. I have been for years now. That's like my go-to blush. And I wasn't able to get my hands on the NARS, I think it's like Doser. Was it I don't know. It was a shade that got discontinued, which I was freaking pissed off about. I'm like, why would you discontinue it? But this is just a very nice, natural flush of color. It's just very neutral. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. I have it on today, and I have been wearing it all month since I picked it up. Now, I did talk about this briefly in my last video as well. This is the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. It makes me think of the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist, but a lot less expensive. It has hyaluronic acid in it, black oat. I've used quite a bit of it, so I probably have to get a bottle soon if I went through it this much, and I've been using it for, I think, 2 months now? A little over 2 months. I wanted to mention it in my last favorites, completely forgot, but I just love to spray this on my face once my makeup's all done. In between the process, I just spray it whenever the hell I want, and just, it's so, I feel like it just, again, it makes everything look like it's real, even though it's not. Like your foundation kind of like settles in and it just looks like real skin. I was sent a couple of things from Mason Martin Margiela, and it happened to be their replica scents. I am obsessed with the Lazy Sunday Morning. Oh my gosh, it just, I'm gonna spray myself, so. It's just this clean scent. It's a soft skin and bed linen perfect description. I have the candle, I have the roller ball, I have the full size. The bottle's just beautiful. I love this gorgeous, you know, tag that they have here. It's just such a good scent. I love the way this smells, and I can tell that this is going to be a great summery scent, and I'm going to wear it nonstop. Next up, I have these concealers from Maybelline. It's their Superstay Better Skin Concealer. Yeah, I think that's the name. All these makeup products nowadays have such long ass names for no reason. But anyway, I have the shade 40 medium and then 50 medium / deep. These are really, really good. Maybelline sent over like a huge bag of just concealers. So I took some for me to just test out, and then I gave the rest to the girls at work. But oh my gosh, these are really, really good. These make me think of the, what do you call it? The Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Like, I love that one. It's that creamy. It covers up blemishes. So I just use the medium deep on, you know, spots that I have going on. And then I use the medium underneath my eyes. It doesn't cake up. It doesn't, you know, rub off or anything like that. But they're really nice. And the applicator is like a doe foot applicator or traditional concealer, but it's very, very similar to that Urban Decay one. It's very creamy, very moisturizing. Okay, next up I have, let's go with this, some stuff from Giorgio Armani. I don't know why it has taken me so long to try this foundation out. This is the Luminous Silk Foundation. I was sent 2 shades, 6.5 and then this one, which is 7.5. Now 6.5 took a plunge to the bathroom floor and shattered and broke all over the place. And that was what I was initially using. And then I love it so much, I was gonna place an order for the 6.5 again. I said, in the meantime, I'll use 7.5 and mix it with like the Glossier skin tint and kind of make it a little bit lighter, because I just thought that this wasn't gonna match, but this actually matches my skin tone a lot better than the 6.5. The 6.5 was kind of like neutral grayish, and this has more olivey undertones. I'm about a MAC NC35, and I put this on and I thought it was gonna be too dark, and my mother happened to be here that day. She walked upstairs and she looked on the floor and she was like, oh, you're having one of those days. And I'm like, yep, I am. So yeah, she thought it looked good, and I stepped outside and I made sure that, you know, my face was the same color as my neck, and I have it on today. I think it matches my skin perfectly. Like, my chest might be a little bit lighter. It always is. But the 7.5 happens to be a good match for me, better than the 6.5. But anyway, that was the backstory of that. I was so pissed that it broke. I'm still pissed about it, but anyway, Luminous Silk Foundation. I have not worn foundation in months. I have just stuck to my BB creams, my skin tint. I haven't tried anything else, but when I put this on my face, it looks so good, and it covers up imperfections. Like, I use less concealer, being that I'm using this, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, and it just gives you this, there's no sheen or glow to it, but the finish somehow, it imitates that. Like, it's just not super dewy, because I think people are just put off by the luminous part. It just looks like skin. I don't know how to explain it. I did write a blog post about it, but I have had this on ever since I've gotten it, and that was maybe, it's been a month, because I got it at the beginning of this month. But oh my god, it's so good. I think I snapped about it on my Snapchat. Like, this is holy grail. Like, if this one falls and breaks, I'm screwed until I can get another one. Now, the other Giorgio Armani product that I wanted to talk about was from their Armani Prima range, and this is just a bunch of things, like primers essentially, on just prepping the skin for makeup. And this is their eye and lip contour, or lip and eye contour perfector. I tried this out on my lips. Not a fan. I don't like creams on my lips. have the Aesop Rose Hip lip cream, and I haven't used that in ages just because I don't like it's almost like I'm rubbing lotion on my lips. It's just me and a texture thing, but it does this does work, and it leaves them nice and soft and plump. But I like this more so for underneath the eye. That's what I've been using it, my eye cream. And it is so hydrating. It's a very tacky, creamy consistency, but once you start working it in, you don't have to tug or anything like that. It's not like one of those eye creams that are like real pasty and you have to really work it in or warm it up, that you feel like, you know, you're tugging and you can't really move it. It doesn't emulsify at all. I don't find that with this. I love the tiny little tip applicator because I can just dispense exactly what I need. I don't have to worry about wasting product, but this is a really nice range. I did do a review on this and the other two items from the priming collection, so I will link that down below if you guys are interested in reading about it. Next up, I have the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. I did mention this quickly in my glowing skin routine, I think it was that it was called. I can't remember at this point. But anyway, this primer is so hydrating, and it just, I feel like it makes, like, this and the Giorgio Armani together make the most beautiful base. I am so happy with it. This with anything just makes foundation or even BB creams or tinted moisturizers, things like that, that already give you that slip. It just makes it that much better. It smells like coconuts. I love it. The packaging is beautiful. I think that, again, this might be another, I'm like spoiling it for you, top 16 of 2016, because I'm just so happy with the quality of this primer. Okay guys, we're almost there. We're getting through it. Almost done. So next up I have the ByTerry Ombre Backstar in Bronze Moon. I have been using this just all over the lid, buffed out with a little bit of M.A.C Teddy eye kohl. And I've kind of been doing this like winged out liner, I think a little bit on the lash line, and then kind of taking that angled brush and flicking the liner out, and kind of, it's almost like this soft, hazy liner. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been doing this technique all month. I go in and out through like actual liquid liner and then this subtle, soft kind of liner. But this is really good. I can't, like, I don't have anything like it. There's a bunch of shadow sticks that do, you know, the same job, but it's so shimmery and glittery, and you can use it, you can definitely layer it, which is what I like about it. So you can go really soft and natural for the day, and then come nighttime, throw it in your bag and just pop it out and kind of blend it in. It's so creamy enough that you could just use your fingers, buff it out, and you don't need a crease color or anything like that, and just drag maybe a little bit underneath the lower lash line. And that's what I've been doing with it. So my next couple of favorite are lip products. And one, I have these Balm.coms from Glossier. They released, I called them like the grown-up version of lip smackers. If you ever tried those out when you were in high school, I did. But these are the Balm.coms. They came out in flavors. So they have a cherry, they have the mint, and the rose. Rose happens to be my favorite, and it's also tinted. It has this like pink tinge to it. So it just makes the lips look really nice, and just like, I have really pigmented lips, and when I put this on over top, I feel like it kind of cancels that out, which I love. And then the mint, just because I like mint flavored things. The packaging's super cute. I wish I had the cherry here to show you, but I don't. But anyway, these two nonstop in my handbag. Love them. Love the Balm.com. So good. And then a lip combo that I've been wearing has been the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk. This one's a little bit more on the pinkier side. It's not like Iconic Nude, where that one's like neutral. And then I've been using this with M.A.C Whirl lipstick, and I find that it gives me that like pinky brownie kind of nude. I've had it on in a couple videos ago, I'm not sure. I was wearing this lip combo, but love them too. Even this, the Pillow Talk on its own with a little bit of the rose Balm.com I've been using. And then another lip product that I finally got my hands on was the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in Celebrity Skin. I've also been wearing this in a couple of my other videos, but as soon as these come in stock, they're out of stock. There's another one that I want to get. It's called Androgyny, which kind of makes me think of MAC Whirl. It's like that brownie pinky kind of color, almost like a mauve-y kind of color. But this one, I like the formula. I have Dominatrix, I think it is. It's that like dark brown lip shade, but the formula of these are freaking phenomenal. I love his stuff. I love him. I think he's hilarious. He makes me laugh. And then lastly, I just wanted to talk about my new pinky ring with my monogram on it. I've worn it in a couple of videos, so I'm sure that you guys have seen it, and a couple of you have asked me. I got it off of an Etsy seller. It's a, I don't know how to pronounce that word. I don't know if it's signet ring, or do you pronounce the G? I don't think you do. I think it's silent. But anyway, I had been looking for a while to find a silver one. Every website that I went to, they only did gold, and they were just something ridiculous, like $200 something for this ring. Yeah, right. I found this from an Etsy seller who did a magnificent job. She was so kind. She was so like patient with me because I wasn't sure what size to get. She definitely helped me out. Shipping was super fast. I will link the shop down below if you guys are interested in picking one up for yourself. But she had a ton of different fonts for, you know, the monogramming, and she also did it in like different styles. I just wanted a plain old T in a regular, I think it was the Snell script, but that's what I got. And then I placed an order finally with Catbird for the Tomboy ring, and I just like the look of it. I purchased a couple different rings, like these black stoned, these pave. I'm telling you, I'm horrible at pronouncing shit. So yeah, that was May favorites. I told you it was long. I'm sure I missed a couple, but I'm pretty sure this video is long as hell anyway. So, what's coming up next? I have a really fun video coming up, so stay tuned for that with its own coupon code. And then, what else do I have coming up? I can't even think. Do you guys I wanted to ask you, do you guys want to see, like a what's in my makeup bag for New York? Because I'm staying the weekend, so I don't know if you guys want to see like a what I'm actually packing, or just what makeup and hair products and things like that I'm bringing with me. So maybe I can do that. I don't know. And then I won't be vlogging, but I will be Snapchatting. I finally decided, because I'm going to be taking pictures, and then I figured I don't want to film as well. And the easiest way to do it is Snapchat. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.